So just want to make sure you know that they have that also. And don't forget to use that code. If you forgot about Fenbendazole, here's another clip just to remind you of what has happened when people take
this. I've already done my own research that once you have wide metastasis small cell lung cancer, you're literally a goner. The 0% chance of survival and 3 to 6 month life expectancy. And I was basically told to go home and get my affairs in order and think about hospice.
Wow.
And the next day, I got a call from a large animal veterinarian in western Oklahoma, who's a college friend and family friend. And he told me this crazy story about a scientist at Merck on the veterinary side who has been doing cancer research on mice, and she had hundreds of mice that she'd implanted cancers in all their body parts, brain, stomach, liver, pancreas, etc. And her mouse population came down with intestinal parasites. And so she had no choice but to save her research. She gave all of her mice Fenbendazole. If you went out to any zoo in the world, they bring in Fenbendazole by the truckload, front-end loader, head-high piles in bays, because they give that drug to every single animal in the animal kingdom.
And one of the oldest and safest drugs around, right?
Yes, been around for 40 years. And so she did, and unfortunately, or fortunately for all of us, she also learned that she accidentally killed all the cancer.
Well, that was a surprise, right?
Yeah, it's just a serendipitous surprise, right?
So on that note, with the ivermectin too, I just wanted to play another one for Dr. Lee Merritt's perspective.
Because another dirty little secret that's come out in all this is that we've been ignoring the issue of parasites and cancer. The NIH is not, because they've got 1 million studies on ivermectin and cancer. But doctors all over the world now are showing videos, and there was a German research project years ago in the 90s, I think, showing cancer was parasites, intracellular parasites. Right. If you look at a cancer metastasis, like or an adenocarcinoma of the bowel, for example, or breast cancer under the light microscope, it's essentially indistinguishable from these parasite egg sacs. Now, Brian Ardis, who's a chiropractor but very interested and very good researcher on this stuff, he said he has a friend who's a 40-year Egyptian parasitologist. And he asked him, and he pointed this out to him. He said, hey, I've been looking at this cancer and versus the parasite egg sacs, and they look identical under the microscope. And this guy got real wide-eyed and said, in 40 years in parasitology, not one oncologist has made that association, but we talk about it all the time in parasitology circles. I translate it as saying they know that cancer is parasites. They're not speaking because they don't want to lose their funding.
So, folks, we're going to get more into medical stuff here later on in the video, especially when it comes to the statistics that are coming out with the jab and more. But wanted to make sure that we